looking at me like my culture feet, or is it on my trouble soul who checks peace simultaneously? Chaos in the streets. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself that question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself that question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion.
I stay erected as prime intelligence, with a mind that remains benevolent. So when reminded of my high presidents, I'm no longer negligent of the course, and due to the course, I am reverence for self-high presidents. What's on the seat of seriously, I hold the seat of perception. So I'm presidentially free as the most high elite. When life is so sweet, cause I'm constantly blinking to the eye as the looming eye illusion of diartistry. Say I'm still at peace. Uphold one, illuminate crystalline, so sharp and clean as Morris Assassin's Creed. Got me moving through the shadows and shades of triple darkness, leaving masterpieces for many adepts to practice. Writing and speaking spells out across four corners, causing an effect on elements. Pursue the language of suggestion. I'm becoming arm, leg, arm, head, lethal weapon. Arm, leg, arm, head, lethal weapon. Generator, operator, destroyer of dimensions. Generator, operator, destroyer of dimensions. You serious?
Are you human or you God? Ask yourself that question. John 10:34. Here is a question. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself that question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Calculating high frequency will be an infinite process. Darkness is what I express. Way more like a be less. A cold knowledge is I expressing that. I love you from a watching progress. She absorbed with every single act. Because I don't know how much time I have left. My spirit is constantly not at rest. Serving the food like I'm a dope chef. Smoking so much out, I feel deaf. I think hiccup, that's what my mind look at. She tells me she feels God when I bust. True story, I tell her there's no need to fuss. We can go forever, we're not in a rush on the serious. Because if you like control, that means you have a weak mind. Not weak so much faith for me. I can cheat my goals. Radiated energy is more powerful than the fossil fuel coal. Rhymes are more mystical and complex than the science. Beloved Dead Sea Scrolls. Amun. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself the question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself the question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Living a crooked life for eternity, while more souls tranquilly for currency. There's an urgency to see things to clarity. Cause the national affair full of figures, thin air, spirits full of prosperity. Apparently, speaking the truth can cause a felony. That's why I have faith in the Most High to protect me from my enemies. Cause the feeling of jealousy is only felt my soul was a look for a pedigree. Refuse to take the remedy due to their stubborn tendencies, which results into harsh penalties. I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in this superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE, High Priest, let's go.
I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in this superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE, High Priest, let's go.
In the world where the METASCIENCE are not society's got us caged up like a box. Trying to get out, but caged up like a fox. Yeah, don't want us to rise high and be close. Make us watch TV to keep our minds locked. Keep our minds lost. Shoots on the roads, hanging out on the blocks. Minutes later, getting searched by the cops. Stereotypes as gang members. Now their names in the system, looking for work, but it's hard to get jobs. Now the only option to make money is work. And use reverse psychology to take what we got. The boys are leeches at low cost. So keep your eyes lit, meditate and focus. With fallen angels, that's what they will cause. But by the time one day, just believe and trust. I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in the superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE, High Priest, let's go.
I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in the superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE, High Priest, let's go. Shout out to Western Goddess. Hope you're alright. Yeah, I'm back in London doing the thing. Yeah, shout out to you. Sudan. Awesome. What? We're just going straight into the spirit. Just gonna just take it there. One time. You follow that. Because that's what it's all about.
Know if you miss, know that I'm coming for your neck and deflating that ball. Notice was the warning. Yeah, I'm in my own lane where these chicks always trying to swerve in.
Shout out to you. Shout out.
With the rough edges, but still trying to claim that she's next. Lies you would tell most miss. Yeah, lies you would tell miss. Yeah, see them root like stick. Perm me top out of where you get locked off. Yeah.
I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in this superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE. High priest. Let's go.
I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in this superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE. High priest. Let's go.
I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in this superficial world is sin. I'm fed up of living, cause the only way of winning in this superficial world is sin.
METASCIENCE. High priest. Let's go. METASCIENCE. Come on. Let's go. Freedom. 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 Come on. Freedom.
Come on, freedom, METASCIENCE, freedom, like a runaway slave, freedom, like I just got paid.
Freedom. 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 Freedom.
Freedom, METASCIENCE, freedom,
Freedom. 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 Come on. Freedom. 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 Say it with your chest. Freedom. Freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my jail brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom.
pump your fist in the air, two shows, and you play the high priest, the freedom fighters on the boardman's worst nightmare.
Let us prepare to damage and tear this new world order that has treated us unfair. First solution is a.
This is a freedom song, so sing along. We're in the man from the horizon because Babylon did us wrong. The slaves down to the hell. More cars for the youth days. They got the high priest, while I get high as they take. When the boys go for heaven on earth is wrong. We go to create a high priest and it's with us like soldiers and it's freedom fighters. It's time to concentrate. Elohim forgive us for our sins. No else only wins this
Freedom. 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 Like a runaway slave. Freedom. Like I just got freedom when I'm smoking the J. Freedom. Every single day. Let me hear you say freedom. Freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. Freedom. How much? Hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. Let me hear you say freedom. 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 Come on. Freedom. Pump your fist in the air. High priests and the freedom fighters are the worst nightmare. Let us prepare to damage and tear this new world order that has treated us unfair. Lucian is a. This is a freedom song, so sing along. We're a million man strong, the war is on because Babylon did us wrong. Freedom. 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 Shout out to everybody in the Instagram. We're gonna go live in a minute. Well, we're live, but you get me, we're gonna go on air soon. Just warming up. High priest just come back from Sudan. You can imagine. So there's a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of updates on what we're doing. You get me? Let's go. We won't be silent until you stop the violence.
Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life.
Squash the beef. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be all right. METASCIENCE. Let's go.
Someone else superhero in these streets, delivering street press for the children found overseas. For this whole life, 6 feet deep, idolizing drill rappers, then becoming brainwashed like sheep. Post-colonial mindset, falsity of self-carry attack. What's happening, bro? Where did the love go? Things ain't what they used to be. Children, stop the violence and listen to me. Black men, praise me. Let's go. Someone else superhero in these streets, delivering street press for the children found overseas. For this whole life, 6 feet deep, idolizing drill rappers, then becoming brainwashed like sheep. Post-colonial mindset, falsity of self-carry attack. What's happening, bro? Where did the love go? Things ain't what they used to be. Children, stop the violence and listen to me. Black men, praise species, put stains on the pavement. What do we need to make a statement? Why do we need to make a statement? We won't be silent. Stop the violence. Put the gun down. He will never hurt you again. That's where, man. Listen to me, boy, you can't correct. How dare you disrespect your queen? It's time for your punishment from the grand architect. The high priest one I was on a mission to protect and collect the queens via neglect. Yeah, I'm talking to queens via neglect. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Watch the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Watch the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright.
METASCIENCE. Let's go. You know what time it is. You're done now. Revolution.
My kings and queens, are you ready for the revolution? If you are, let me hear you say, hell yeah! My prison, are you ready? Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. METASCIENCE. Let's go. Marching the streets.
Because we're tired of the lead. The revolution's not complete until the 1% admit defeat. Real talk, METASCIENCE. The government is the oppressor, first giving us high blood pressure. The revolution's now or never. So let's destroy Babylon together. Marching in the streets.
Cause it's revolution. You and I right now, cause it's revolution. Rise up now, cause it's revolution. Cause it's revolution. Are you ready for this revolution?
Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me hear you say revolution. Come on. Revolution, revolution. Revolution, revolution. All right. Now, before we start, we first must give thanks and praises to Amun Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Marduk, Melchizedek, Al-Qadir, Usa, Use, Heru, Anu, Enki, Ma'at, Ptah, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, METASCIENCE, to mommy, to daddy, to granny, to granddad, to the ancestors, and to the most high. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah. Greetings, my spiritual warriors and my METASCIENCE soldiers and my freedom fighters. My name is the High Priest Amun. And welcome to the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via OmegaFMradio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM. And also on YouTube Live and Instagram Live. If you want to see the High Priest of Amun live and direct in 4K vision at OmegaFMradio.co.uk's headquarters, all you have to do is go onto YouTube, type in on YouTube search engine Amun L, which is spelled Amun as in A for Africa, M for Magnificent, U for Upliftment, N for Nubian, space L, which is spelled E for El Elyon and L for Love. As you click search, you will see the High Priest Someone Else YouTube channel. Smash that red button that says subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified when High Priest Someone Else dropping new content or going live. You're done, no meta science. Also, if you want to see High Priest Someone Else and keep up to date in what High Priest Someone Else is doing, all you have to do is go onto Instagram. Type in on Instagram high_priest_720, which is spelled high as in H for hero, I for intuition, G for God, H for hero _priest, which is spelled P for perfect, R for respect, I for intuition, E for El Elyon, S for success, T for terrific, _720. Follow the High Priest Someone Else, and the High Priest Someone Else will follow you back. And you can also see High Priest Someone Else live and direct in OmegaFMradio.co.uk's headquarters. You're done, no meta science. Now, what does Omega stand for? Omega stands for Organizing Mothers to Eradicate Gun and Knife Atrocities. You follow that. That's what this radio station is all about. We're about helping the community and also being community heroes for our community that is, to be honest, we're doing what we can do. You follow that. Those who are chosen know their role in their community, and that includes all the DJs and presenters on OmegaFMradio.co.uk. They know that they have a purpose on this radio station to deliver spiritual guidance and also to guide our community in the path of righteousness, especially what the High Priest Someone Else is about to deliver tonight on the Metal Science Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show. You're done now, Metal Science. Man said, New Freed, falling apart. The community and the world is in a serious bad state. Well, look, let's get into it. You got to go and find the problem in self before you can look at the problem in others. You follow that. That's the first thing that man has to be doing. You're going to need to go inside yourself and be true to yourself. Look inside yourself and see what is it in my heart that is a barrier or is preventing me from being successful. Certain things, we have to swallow that razor blade, raw, rough, and rugged meta science truth. You follow that. My man saying, even the rebellion is falling apart. King, you got to overstand that many are called, few are chosen. You follow that. Like, we shouldn't be stagnant in this thing. You follow that. We need to be elevating ourselves and coming in different angles. Some say the revolution is already happening, but it's just in a different form. You follow that. And you have to be flexible and have an agile to be able to transform and transcend in this matrix. You follow that, because nothing stays the same. Like even the freedom fighters, you follow that. At the beginning, when we were in lockdown, it was a serious movement. But now it's like some people have given up. Some people are hating on each other. And sometimes it's a solo mission, because we're not all going to die at the same time, or we're not all going to be judged at the same time. You follow that, by whoever created us. And it's what you've done on this planet, what you made a difference on this planet that counts. You follow that. This is why I'm gone and done my own thing with it, bro. You got the phone line, bro, man. We'll ring it. All right. So let me just play a little stuff on now. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, I've got the phone line still. Let me put it there. Oh, 7 5 3 9 9 6 8 1 4 3 2. right, welcome back to the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via Omega FM Radio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM. This is High Priest, Grand Hyphen of METASCIENCE Ministries. Amun you done know METASCIENCE. High Priest Amun just came back from Sudan. That's why High Priest Amun wasn't on air last week. You follow that? High Priest Amun just come back from Sudan, just had to take some time out from Babylon and recalibrate one's mind and be able to see Wagwan or overstand what's going on, especially with the METASCIENCE. You don't know METASCIENCE. Now, Sudan, it was hot. It was 36 degrees every single day. It was burning. Yeah, but I priest someone else absorb the atom ray with the melanin. You follow that. So I priest someone else not burning. And everybody's like, oh, you didn't go Sudan. You're not black. You're not. You get me? But and it's just because I priest someone else's own son. You follow that METASCIENCE. Anyway, yeah. So we went out there. I priest someone else went to see his partner, his wife, and yeah, just you know what I mean. Just had some time out. Just being able to power up. You know what I mean? Train. You get me? Because sometimes here in Babylon, like when High Priest someone else first came back to Babylon, it was peak, like this week. It was all black, the clouds, it was raining, it was just nasty. And it like the energy here is just it's nasty. Like it's not clean. Like it's dirty, it's stagnant, like it's polluted. You follow that. And like it takes real spiritual warriors to be able to survive here. And I'm talking, and High Priest, someone else talking to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and also you that is listening. You have guts. You've got a strong spirit. You're able to survive in this hellfire, in the belly of the beast. You follow that. High Priest, someone else not really supposed to be here tonight. You follow that. But it's only by the Most High, the grace of the Most High, that the High Priest, someone else is here. You follow that. And it's not a joke. We're keeping it 100. You get me? Like certain man can't understand what's going on in this, in how High Priest, someone else operates in this physical realm. But High Priest, someone else going to teach you tonight what it takes to be able to express the true self, the higher self, the Holy Spirit in oneself. How to find unlimited power in yourself. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And like what we're saying, we just came back from Sudan. We've seen both sides of the coin in different parts of the world. Some men are saying that they're trying to go to Africa and build the thing in Africa. Some men are saying that they already done the thing in Africa. You get me? People are trying to survive in Babylon, in the UK. And here it's just like, it's 50-50. Like, nothing is concrete anymore. You follow that? And it's just about us being able to tapping into ourselves, tapping into our spirit. So what if we got problems in our life? Yeah, we just have to go through those problems, because those problems are created by the spirit. And the spirit knows why it created that problem, because it has the solution to that problem. You follow that? As long as you tap into your spirit, as long as you keep praying, as long as you have remembrance of self, remembrance of the Most High, you'll be able to go through it, through this Babylon, through this evil and wickedness. Every day is an achievement that you've accomplished. You follow that. Don't ever look at any bad situation as that's the be all and the end all. It's just there to trick you. That's a devil's trick. You follow that for your mind. It's not there for you to fall apart. You follow that. It's there for you to think outside the box. You follow that. So, like what we're saying tonight, we're talking about how to find the unlimited power of yourself. And again, it's just, you gotta have a pure heart. You have to be aligned with self, with your natural self. You follow that. Now, for one to explain how to be aligned with their natural self, one has to come out of self and look at what self really is, because we're not this physical being. Someone's calling. Peace.
Yeah, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good?
You all right?
Yeah, man, it's been a long story, so.
Yeah, it's all good, King.
Yeah, man, I see you've been away and not doing your thing still. How's it too, bro?
Yeah, it was good. It was hot. It was clean energy kind of.
Yeah. When did you get back? When did you get back?
I got back on Monday.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what's the subject for tonight, fam? What, finding higher self, yeah?
Yeah, finding higher self.
Yeah, I get that. It's kind of like I wanted to touch on
The movement.
To that right now as well, because that's kind of what I'm doing as well. And I see you post a few subjects which like I can resonate with. So I thought, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna come on and say some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go on, bro. Like, if you got something, but go on, do your thing, dude.
Yeah, the higher self stuff like this. Like, bro, that's literally like what you saying earlier. It's a life, man. Do you know what I mean? You need to. It's kind of like snakes and ladders. Like you start off on this dimension, place, or whatever you want to call it. You start off at the bottom of the tower, and then you got to climb up the ladder to get to the higher purpose of yourself. You know what I mean? And what your true purpose is being there for.
Well, I mean, when you're saying that you have to go up the ladder, like I'm thinking about Jacob's ladder or Jacob's ladder. You get me? But that's a different story.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like I'm not religious, but it's kind of like the same sort of philosophy, beliefs, kind of like what's in the Quran. You get it? But I'm not Muslim. I'm not Christian. I'm not I don't believe in religion, but I can take like bits from it and be inspired. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, I can hear what they're saying and resonate with it, you know?
No, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to put it to my own use to see if I can take time away from that, you know what I mean? And I'm open-minded dude anyway. I'm always open to like people's different views, beliefs, backgrounds, etc. So, yeah, man. I feel that's exactly the path I'm on like, at the moment as well, like just working on myself, like from coming where I was like this time last year to where I am now, bro. Like it's just on a self, like for myself, like it's a good word, you know what I mean? The progression of now, like spiritually and physically. So, and just people around me as well, like I see them elevating, doing their thing and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like still continuing with the mission, because every day above ground's a good day, man. Do you know what I mean?
No, of course.
So, yeah, people can go through their trials and tribulations in it, like we'll go through madness, but you know what I mean? It's what you go through, bro, that will define you. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Like, the times you're in, the world's in a bad place, bro. Like, there's so much madness going on a physical playing field right now. It's just, I've been doing some more stuff on like my own community and stuff. I've got like next year I've got like a tune coming out about like police corruption and so forth. Which I've been working on. I'm gonna release that, and obviously did that campaign protest with that, and I've got something coming out about this social credit score system, cashless society, you know, the ones there.
Yeah.
And just keep on pushing forward, man, you know?
No, I hear that, bro. Like, you just have to keep doing the music. Like, you can't give up on the music. You get me? Like, you just can't. You get me? You get me? Like, even me, like, I'm thinking, like, this Revolution project, I haven't even released it fully, and it's just, but, you know what I mean? You just got to do it, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's for the people, it's for you as well. Because when you listen to your music, and you go back, like, you know what I mean? When you listen to your first project that you ever did, and you see the improvement, you know what I mean? Like, and then you even see the bars, because obviously you got the spiritual bars as well. You see your bars that you said like maybe 5-10 years ago, and you see it like you've done it, like you've lived that, or it's happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, like, see what you just said there, man. Another thing, do you know what I mean? I can resonate with that as well, because I lost my voice, man. I'm just recovering from like cough and all that rubbish. But like, I've been working on like this little album for like the last year, yeah. I recorded some tracks, some tunes I ain't really used, written and placed, you know how it goes when you're working on an album.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know how it goes. So what I've done is I've kind of put the energy I had, negative and positive, all of that time into that project. And now it's like, it's finished, like I finished writing, so I've recorded so many different tracks for it, yeah, but I've left that energy in that music, and I've moved on forward. More to do with like negative sides of bad things I was going through or whatnot. They've been put to bed in there, and it's kind of helped me like evolve more spiritually, uplift, and kind of like balance and harmonize myself more. Do you get what I'm saying by that?
Yeah. Like, you get me? Like, you're discharging the energy within through through creativity, through the music.
Still keeping the information in the stuff, you know what I mean? Still keeping them awareness tracks going and whatnot. But I needed to do some personal stuff as well to get that off my chest, and then mix it all up and then make it make sense. So that will be floating around next year as well. But more time, like, it's just taking time, and there's obviously a lot of people saying like I've been a bit laid back with the work rate, because, you know, when you was doing all them events and stuff, like springtime, like early in the year, I was like quite active. So I was, you know, doing loads of bits, but more time the stuff I've been doing, bro, is just behind the scenes. Like, even with like the activist work and stuff, like I've been doing loads of stuff for like all the food banks around my manor and that. Like, I've donated like loads of food and whatnot to the local like food banks and stuff. I've been to a couple little protests, not many of late, because I'm trying to do more stuff around my community. And obviously I'm working on my stuff. I've got a few businesses to run, you know how it goes, bro. Like there's only so many hours in a day, but a man's still trying to make it happen, still got to do what I've got to do, you know?
No, of course.
Still outreaching and that. What are you saying, man? What you got coming?
Well, because today, like, man, you get me, kind of did the thing. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, man, did the thing still. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, I've got a lot of projects in the archive that couldn't be released because it would, let's say, like, it was explicit content. You get me? And like, because I've now finished certain things now, I've got a project called Mystic Life, coming out soon, probably in 2023. Like, we've got the music video. It was shot in Nigeria. You know what I mean? Like it's just been in the archive, that project, because It's yeah, like I said, it was not ready to be released yet. And then we've got West London Drill Vibes. We've got what's it? The G Tells. You get me? Like basically stuff pre-COVID, pre-lockdown. A lot of stuff that's just been in the archive that was not I couldn't release, like because it would have made it just would have damaged my reputation. But now I can release it. But the upcoming project is obviously Revolution. We got a music video coming out or a little movie. I don't like something. So something's coming out before the end of the year. But it's just the angle. Like as musicians, like we have to think carefully because especially we're independent artists and you see like I'm not a believer in the streaming thing. Like I'm more of a believer of you buying a hard copy.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Or
Bro, I hate this streaming stuff.
yeah. Or you get a digital download. Like it's better like if you're gonna support artists, you just buy the hard copy or the digital download because it's like the streaming thing. It degrades the music. Like our music is something that is worth value. You follow that, and obviously the currency with the music creates the value of how the listener will listen to the music, so that
of course, but that's why they brought. Come on, you know that's why they brought in all that stupid stuff anyway in the first place. Obviously, control the revenue of music. So forth and so forth. It's hard copies. You have more control over your rights, your sound, right? Your pricing, your currency, etc., your cash flow and the profit off of the product. So obviously, they've made that problem. You know how it goes, man. Same with everything. It's the same with social media. It started off on like a small kind of collection. There's a couple little sites like your MySpaces, your Bebos, your MSNs and Facebook come along, and you know how it goes, and then that's blown into proportions because people have given it too much control. And it's the same with the music as well. Like that's another like sad thing to see, man. Because I'm like a vinyl collector. Like I collect a lot of vinyl. Like I love all that old school stuff, man. I've got loads of vintage things like that and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, especially my sound being straight old school hip hop, that's like part of what I do. Do you know what I mean?
no, but this is what I'm saying, bro.
I'm involved with, you know what I'm saying?
But this is what we're saying, bro. Like now, as us being independent artists, we have to create our own fan base and get people that are going to support in making a vinyl, like our projects vinyl. You get me? You know what I mean? That's what one is really saying. Like you find you build your fan base that makes sense for you to continue doing music. You know what I mean? Like obviously we wanted to do the shows and that because the shows, you know what I mean? Like everybody loves the shows. Everybody's missing the shows with all of us. They're like, when is the next show? But no one wants to bring man in, and this is the problem with the movement as well, because certain people can get like venues and that, but they don't want to bring like the real hardcore freedom music, and they just want to be greedy. You get me? Like I'm not saying like it's not. It's just like there's a bit of a miscommunication with our movement. Like like it's just.
Yeah, I agree, especially with the music community. That I feel like there's certain people that have got like, a lot more reach, and they could have collabed with like other certain people which have got a fairly good reach as well. And I'm thinking them collabs ain't happen, but then I kind of scratch my head because I look at that back in the day, like around my man, we used to do all the music events and stuff, and them type of collabs would happen. So I'm trying to get my head around what's the difference from it happening then to it happening now. And I feel like I think let's say the main artists, known names in this movement or whatever, or even people from borderlines or revolutionists, they should have collabed 100%.
Well, you get me, like that's what we're saying, like it's just like it's like it's in the mixing pot, but it's like it's not reacting well in the mixing pot. Like certain artists are like collaborating. It's just a matter of time. It's finding the right time. But certain artists don't want to collaborate, but want to just do it in their own lane and have their, like they don't want to share. You get me? Like where everybody in the community is basically like we're all in this.
That's where they're going wrong. They're keeping it to industry and they're forgetting the funding. This movement is, the fundamentals is to get that message out. So, see if I had like 500,000 followers, I couldn't care less about what cameraman's followers, what my brother was saying. If his message was good or dope, and he was out there like, or he or she, was out there like doing the thing musically or whatever, activist wise. I'm shooting going hard, true to their message. I won't put them on track. Like, I heard a couple of people even had like talks with Jimmy Levy. Is that how you say his name?
Who?
You know the guy who done the war song.
What war song?
This is it called This Is War?
Nah, I don't know. Like you got to send that to me, bro. Like I never.
No, gee, you'd know it. It's the guy that he was on that talent show and he went viral with his singing, and then he just realised that Hollywood was a scam, and then flipped it on his head and then just done a mad one and done loads of sick tunes with that rapper guy.
Oh, okay. No, I have to check it out. But what's the message?
No, it's just against like all the typical stuff, bro. Against the system. Obviously, death shots, cashless society, corrupt politicians, ECP. But the brother's got a mad reach, and imagine he blessed like the community. Like, I mean, why hasn't him and Mortal Technique like done a tune or something? I mean, Jesus Christ, that would blow, bro.
Yeah.
That would go mad.
But people are selfish, bro. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people forgetting the fundamentals. They're keeping it to industry because that's like the industry mentality. I can't work with them because they haven't got a certain amount of followers or they haven't got this much reach, and if I do, I'll end up busting them. It's not about busting, it's about the fundamentals of unity and getting the message out where you speak the same, where you're rapping the same message. You both join up on a track, man. The message is going to get out further.
No, I hear you.
That's the only thing with me, and I really feel like we're building the music. It's kind of went quiet a little bit. Certain venues like weren't available, and certain other people on different things. Just kind of went quiet, man. I don't think it was through malice that it went quiet or that anyone had any bad intentions. That's what happens if there ain't enough kick or enough engine behind the force, then that will happen. And with such a niche type of music.
Amiga Radio, 104.1 FM. News and views around your community.
This is the Amiga Radio.
Like, need to be pushing that message and pushing and working with each other and whatnot.
No, I hear you, but like I just feel like like in the movement and the musicians, like people have done collabs, You get me? Like they've done. You get me? Like people have done it. Like you get me? Like and
not enough though, man. Not innit? Like certain man do grime, certain man do hip hop, some do bashment, some do this, some do that, some sing, whatever. Yeah, but even I sit there and think to myself, I was like, there's people that do straight hardcore hip hop like me, yeah, old school hip hop, boom bap, whatever you want to call it. I can make them collabs work easy, but I know before I even bother to go and reach out or do that it's going to be a headache, and it's going to be some industry team when it's supposed to be anti-industry, like, which doesn't make sense to me. So I just save myself the bother and carry on with what I'm doing myself, and try and wait for me to see if I cross paths or get in a good situation with someone or whatever, or rise with them and make that potentially happen. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that. Wow.
Because like it's like, it just reminds me of like when obviously when I was doing the music and whatnot else on that vibe, and then I was bringing through the real sound. And then there were certain fake rappers that, like, because obviously I'm talking about all this stuff, they didn't want to jump on the song because it's like, oh, right, he's talking about that mad conspiracy stuff. Like, I want to talk about jewels and girls, and I don't even monkeys around talking about any rubbish, you know what I mean? Like, I want to talk about the truth. And then you get these like types of guys, so the division was there, but if they actually put the pen to the paper, we can make it work. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's cool. That's a kind of another like subject. But we're all spitting the same message and stand for the same purpose. Then it should be way more easier and organic to put together. Like, is basically my point.
Well, I hear you. Like, you get me. You just gotta do it. You get me? Like, you gotta, like, you know, if you want the collaboration, you just gotta put yourself out there and say, I want a collaboration. Who's on it? You get me? Like, I get.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple people. They've not materialized for other reasons, not because they did anything wrong or I didn't like what they were doing. They just didn't happen. I mean, even with like, do you remember when I tried to put together that massive cypher tune? We was all trying to like put something together. That didn't happen because everyone was on some bad stuff. It just didn't happen because the artists which would have been involved on that track had different visions, and like a lot of people had a lot of different styles, and it was hard to agree on one beat. That's a bit different. We were trying to do this with like 8 artists, or whatever we was doing. We was going to do that.
Yeah,
song.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Like when I remember that. Like even for me.
That's different though. Yeah, but when it's like one person and they'll turn it into some industry stuff, that's just when that's just not for me. Do you know what I mean? I just see it. Well, we're running around saying the same purpose, bro. I live by the philosophy. Your actions have got to match your words, innit? You get it? So it's one of them ones.
Well, if I was gonna do a feature, like, I just think, honestly, that if I'm gonna come on someone's track, you know what I mean, and dependent, like, because it does depend on the artist. You get me? Like, certain, like, if it's a person that's in the industry, then you're gonna have to be industry. But if it's someone that's not in the industry, then you should be lenient. You know what I mean? Like I've got the PRS, I've got all of that stuff, you know, publishing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, if it's someone that is in the industry and I know that they're like the tune is gonna get somewhere, then obviously I will want the publishing and all of that. You get me? But if it's like you, yeah, or someone in the freedom movement, the most all man will want is someone to just pay for the studio time. But I'm not paying for it. Yeah, if you want me on your track, I'll jump on your track, but you have to pay for my studio time. You get it? That's it. Like, that's fair.
Yeah, but that's standards as a feature. If someone approached me to feature on their track, I'm not going to pay for the studio time, and I mix my own stuff, so that makes it even more thingamajig. But that's not the point. It's the fact is that that's just kind of the ropes and the way it goes. Like, if you approach me to do something, you want me on it, then fix what you got to fix, and I'll come with what I come with to the table, and they pattern what they do. So I 100% agree with that. I think that's just kind of like the fundamentals of how it goes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but some man will be like, They want you to pay for them to be on the feature. You know what I mean? Or like we said, the publishing thing. Like they want all the publishing or whatever, and it's not something like it's gonna be like that. You know what I mean? But like I overstand it on that level. Do you get me? Because like, I overstand how it's not like how I market my music. So like the publishing side of things, like I said, it's more digital download. I'm aiming at. You get me? I'm not looking at Spotify. That's why I haven't even released the track yet, because I'm like,
You got stuff on Spotify though, innit?
yeah, that's you get me. But like the new,
Same. I don't even, bro. I don't even like it. I just put it on there because I just know people use it in it. So
yeah,
that can, if people can access my music through that, and that's what make them listen, mate. I'll put it. Whatever bloody ever, like to get that to him. You get me? So
it is what it is. That's what we're saying. Like it's just the access. It's to access it. You know what I mean? Even me, like even yourself, like you might not even have your phone and that, and it's just because it's on Spotify. You can ask someone or use it on a different computer, and you got your music.
So furthermore, we've even been in that position. When you done that thing in Shepherd's Bush on the thing, I didn't even know there was people performing. Like I just see everyone busting out the mic, and then everyone was just like jump on in it. I was like, alright, why not? And then I played my tunes off YouTube off of your phone, innit? And then it was just. I'm more of a YouTube man. I like that because I feel like out of all this, even though like YouTube's censored and of course people have had their stuff taken down and blah blah blah, I feel like YouTube, for the way I do things, I seem to hit more with that rather than anything else, and so I seem to use that as like my main forte. Like like go to my YouTube, check out them vids, check out them audios, whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's like with the projects now. Like I'm looking at, it's just a YouTube thing. Like really, like you know what I mean. If it's on YouTube, like it will blow on all other platforms, like Spotify.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? Because everybody like YouTube is like some people don't even have time for Spotify because Spotify, you know what I mean? If you're not on subscription or whatever, you get me. It's a bit long. You know what I mean? Yeah. You get me? Whereas YouTube is just okay. You type in the person you want to listen to. Maybe there might be one ad, and then you're listening, and then you're good to go. You know what I mean? But yeah, like it's just we just need to think a better strategy in 2023. Like we have to incorporate the live shows again. Try and secure like a venue or something. Like there is, like I said, people are getting venues. I don't see it's not really the Saturday thing anymore. It's more of a Thursday vibes, and that you got to build that. But I feel we can do it. You know what I mean? Because we know what to do. We're experiencing that avenue. You know what I mean? It's just getting the music to bang. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go back on the radio. We just went off air, but we're gonna go back on, and I'm gonna talk about that, how to find that unlimited power. Because again, a lot of stuff happened to me today, and I have to express it. You get me? And it's like, yeah, it's just meta science. Like I said, if I tell you what happened, you wouldn't like. You get me? Like it's mind blowing.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, these conversations need to be had. Like, it's all kind of, even what we was talking about, it touches on the same subject. You know what I mean? It's like it is finding the higher self purpose. Obviously, music is like a creative tool. So to find your highest point where you really touch on that and really find what you're doing and really get it out there, then I see that as kind of umbrelling off that as well. If you get what I'm saying, but yeah, man, do your thing, man. I'll catch up with you soon, for real.
Yeah, no worries, King. Yeah, thank you for the call.
Brother. Good to catch up with you still, man. Always.
Yeah, you too, King. Peace. One.
Alright, mate. See you, bro. Safe, bro.
All right. And welcome back to the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via OmegaFMRadio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM, and also on YouTube Live and Instagram Live. If you want to see the High Priest Amun L, if you want to see High Priest Amun L live and direct in 4K vision, all you have to do is go onto YouTube, type in YouTube Amun L, and you'll see High Priest Amun Al's YouTube channel. Smash that red button that says subscribe, and watch High Priest Amun Al live and direct, and also on Instagram live. High Priest Amun Al's there on high_priest_720. Shout out to Mu3 for the call. Thank you for the call. Give thanks and praises. A lot of stuff that was going on, talking some serious stuff about everything. Also, shout out to everybody that's on Instagram. Abone758, Nopper 2020, See Through the Lies. You done know METASCIENCE. Also, shout out to everybody that's listening on omegafmradio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM. And also shout out to all the DJs. Shout out to the Queen, the Goddess, the Empress, Lady M. You done know METASCIENCE. Shout out to Uncle. You done know METASCIENCE. Now, so what we're talking about tonight, unlimited power. How do you find the unlimited power inside of yourself? Look, you got to go through it. You got to go through it. You just got to... You got to put yourself in the deep end and activate that root chakra. That is the only way you're going to find that unlimited power. You have to be put in that survival mode. It's do or die. You follow that. Now, when High Priest Amun Al was saying this, it's like you have to have faith in the Most High when you're in that situation. You follow that. And you cannot let depression kick in. Now, some of us go through depression. Some of us don't want to wake up from the world, because when we go through the depression, we are unable to think straight, and it's like we don't want to participate in the world. High Priest Amun Al is not saying that he's never had depression. You follow that? Like, you can imagine, yesterday, High Priest Amun Al went to a job and it was peak. And shout out to Lady M on the Instagram. Like, I'm gonna explain about that one, what happened yesterday. But just the moral of the story was, it was a racist attack on High Priest Amun Al. He was in High Wycombe, and they accused High Priest Amun Al of doing certain things, and like, it's never happened in his life on site. Never. You get me? Never. It's never ever happened on site. You know what I mean? Like, and I've been on site for over almost 2 years, and they accused High Priest Amun Al of doing something, and High Priest Amun Al just had to keep it moving, and it mashed up High Priest Amun Al's day yesterday. He didn't even get paid. None of that. But you have to be able to, like what we said, not absorb the negative energy or the disagreeable energy. Now, there has been a problem that High Priest Amun Al has been having for a couple of years, and it's finally come to an end today. And it took a lot of time and patience and prayer, and also faith in the Most High. Now, with this unlimited power, finding that Holy Spirit within you, to find the Holy Spirit in others, that's what we're about. Once you find the Holy Spirit within you, then the Holy Spirit will be in others, because we are all coming from the same place. You follow that, which is the other side, or the Most High, or the All. And everybody's one. Everybody's connected. Nothing happens by coincidence. It's meant to happen. Your spirit is supposed to go through these problems because your spirit has the answer to the solution to the problems in your life. Like what we're saying, nothing is by coincidence. You have to go through some bad times to see who you truly are. Who you truly are. Because sometimes, again, we forget who we truly are. And the Most High has to literally just throw you in the deep, like push you in that uncomfortable situation, and so that you can come out of that situation stronger and wiser and better yourself. Now, we said a couple of things online about finding the fault in oneself before blaming people for your downfall. Now, maybe the fault is something that you're aware of. Maybe the fault is something that you're not aware of, but you need to introspect or go within, like go inside yourself. Let us go like inside and find the answers to your life. You follow that. And like what we're saying, have faith. Keep praying. Keep doing the strong prayer every day. Don't let disagreeable forces obstruct your connection with your higher self or the most high. You follow that. What does that mean, high priest? It means that like the television or the distractions on the physical world will want to absorb your energy. You follow that. Because this world is like a void, and we are like the battery to this void, or we are the charge to all these like things that exist on the planet. And depending on how much energy you charge into certain things, it can drain you. And High Priest Amun will be real. Even Sudan was draining for them 10 days. It was draining, but still we managed to push through and be successful and do our job and survive as well, because it's not easy out there. And also in UK, it's not easy, but we're going through it. You get me? You think, like what we're saying, everybody has got their own demons that they're battling, and we're all in this together. We've all got our own thing that we need to be able to transcend. And also, we just have to keep going. We have to keep going and keep trying and never give up. You cannot give up in this world, because that means you've given up on the Most High, and the Most High can never give up on you, because the Most High created you, or you created yourself. You follow that. Sometimes High Priest Amun looks in this world and goes back to the sperm and the egg, and it's like you've got billions and billions of sperm trying to fertilize this one egg, and only one of the sperms is lucky enough to fertilize the egg, and it's you that is here on this planet that like wanted it so bad. You needed to be on this planet so bad that you defeated billions and billions of sperm, and that was not by coincidence. You follow that. That was the Holy Spirit within you that was able to do that. You follow that. Now, is High Priest Amun making sense? Code 0753 996 8143, or text 0753 996 8143 if you understand and understand what High Priest Amun is saying, or if you want to contribute or add to the show. Because like what we're saying, we've basically said everything. You got to change your lifestyle. You got to be wary or be aware of the people you hang around with, because some people hang around with omens. You get me? Or some people are omens or demons in the physical form, or pretending to be human, and they're something else, and they'll get you into trouble. And you need to have your spiritual armor on and your sword of righteousness with you at all times, because you cannot be naked on the battlefield. You cannot have no spiritual armor on the battlefield, because you'll get slaughtered. You follow that, and make sure that you're burning your incense in your yard. If you feel there's a bad energy in your house, you make sure you burn that frankincense and that myrrh. Now someone's calling, so I'm gonna have to come back. Yo, I'm back. So anyway, so sorry about that. So High Priest someone else back. We just had a phone call. The time is 21:21. Spiritual Dub Doctor just came in. Shout out to Spiritual Dub Doctor for covering High Priest last week. Yeah, so that's it. Really, we don't really have anything else to say. Kind of said everything. Like, you just need to tap into self and be able to project what's inside of you. Now, let's see what's going on. So yeah, so if you have something you want to say, if you want to ask High Priest someone else a question, call 0753-996-8143 or text 0753-996-8143. Just remember, some things don't need to be explained and why they happen. They just happen. For example, you may be in a bad situation, but you get through it, and it's just miraculous how it happened. And it doesn't need explaining. Just remember the ancestors were there by your side. So yeah. So that's it really. So anyway, I'm gonna play a little bit of music and then see what else we've got to do. And also, I pre someone else forgot to say, when you got people hating you in your life who are jealous of you, of your accomplishments and your achievements, just know that you're doing something right, because they shouldn't be hating on you. They wouldn't be hating on you if they could be like you. They're only hating on you because they cannot be like you, because you are so unique and powerful that it irritates them, and they have to express a disagreeable emotion, and that shows how weak they are in character and in integrity and in their soul and in their heart. And the reason why they have to express that negativity as well, because they fear you. You follow that. They fear you. They fear your spirit. They fear your soul. And I Priest someone else only saying that because of what I Priest someone else has been experiencing throughout his journey. Because some people want to challenge you. And sometimes when they challenge High Priest, they bit too much that they can chew. And it becomes dangerous. It becomes dangerous. It's not a joke. It's very dangerous. And you see, when our melanin is activated, especially your melanin, again, the ancestors are just protecting you, your spiritual armor, like what we're saying. And certain people will go through certain things when they encounter you, and you do not have to react to them physically. It's been already dealt on the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm. And we just pray for the Most High to have mercy upon their souls, because they should have had mercy upon our souls. You follow that? Because remember, those that are spiritual who know that you have like a tattoo in your heart of the Most High. You've already been chosen to do your mission on this planet. This is why you're here. You did not come here by accident. If you believe that you came here by accident, you've been socially engineered. High Priest someone else telling you the realness. But you came here because you chose to come here, like what we said. You're that one sperm that fertilized the egg out of all the billion sperms. So you must have been die hard to come here. You had a purpose, you had a mission. You were determined to experience this physical realm. So, like what we're saying, we're just here. If we should turn it down a peg, if this is too much, or if we should just keep it playing the music, because no one's really talking. Like what we're saying, we're only doing our duty on this radio station.
How was your trip?
Yeah, it was all right.
Quick though.
Yeah.
Just dip in and dip out.
Exactly. Because it was expensive, you know what I mean? I had a lot of stuff. I even had something today that I had to do. And, you know what I mean? Now I'm just like waiting.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, I want to go back, but I don't know what to do. Because it's high risk. You get me? Like, here it's like, it's low. It's not, it's unstable, but it's not as unstable out there. There's no government fighting.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, I spent a lot of money out there, like £1,000, like just in that 10 days. You know, like everything, like flight, all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like I want to build business and that, but I don't want it to flop the business.
Can't you get land first?
That's what I'm thinking. Like
Yeah,
land.
well, if you get land, it's yours. But there's a lot of bogus people selling you land which belongs to someone already. So all that you've got to be careful of. But if I was younger, I'd do things different. But then you get to a certain age and say, shit, you know. But sometimes we don't have mentors or people to guide us. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I just don't know. Like here, if you invest here,
This country's sinking. You go to the supermarkets, you know there's going to be food shortages. You can see all the things which are coming. You know what I mean? It's in the Bible. It says that this country is sinking. And what happens when a ship's sinking? You don't stay on it, do you? You make plans to you make sure you get off it. You've got your dinghy boat, you've got your life raft, you've got everything set up ready. But it's true, us as a people, we should need to realise there's no future here for us. You know, although Africa's corrupt and it's all sorts of shit going on, and Europe's got its foothold on Africa, we still need to go back. You know what I mean? They need us. With all the experience we've got here, they need us. They've been battered spiritually, mentally, everything, on every level. And it hurts me so much that countries like France, 80% of their income comes from Africa. Bogus contracts which they say Africa owes them and all of this shit. Africa owes them fuck all. Owes them nothing. If anything, they owe us.
exactly.
You know? We've got birthrights there. We don't even know it. We're kings and queens and lords and we don't even know it.
Exactly.
They've reduced us to nothing.
That's what we're saying. Only 2023.
The fact that you're going over there is inspiring. That that younger generation is.
Yeah, but they're not ready for that. You get me? Like many are called, few are chosen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've been doing this thing. You get me? Like
Yeah.
you get me? Like I'm almost 30. Like I've been doing it like
I know.
17, 18.
And your passion's there. I can see it. I feel it. and you get frustrated, despondent. But there are people out there on the same level. You know what I mean? It's just they will come when the time's right. You know what I mean? They will come, and it was just be patient and be still, and just do what you're doing. You know, METASCIENCE works. You know how it works already.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's just like again, even today, like it was just like what I saw is just, you get me, like it's mind-boggling even to me. Like I'm just like, it's that, like, you get me, like I don't know how, like I'm just doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's not right or wrong, it's just what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
not right or wrong, I'm just doing it, and
Yeah.
it's just whatever. You get me? So
Yeah.
certain people just have to like acknowledge that. You get me? And
not everyone's going to acknowledge it. Some will, some won't. You've got your mission to do. Just get on with it. You know what I mean? For some reason, music held me when I was young, and it's comforted me. It's made me. It's kept me out of trouble. It's allowed me to grow. And the journey's not even over yet. You know, I didn't even think I'd be on a radio station. Never even thought of that. And it just takes me to places. You know what I mean? Or things I've never done before. That's why I say, whatever your passion is, that's your purpose. A lot of people don't know what their purpose is. Tell me what your passion is, and I'll tell you your purpose.
exactly.
We're only here for a short time. Having a physical experience.
Yeah.
The problem is when we came here, we forgot everything. That's the problem. It's locked in our DNA. Do you know what I mean? And there are ways of accessing it, but we've forgotten how.
Oh boy, I don't know what to say, man. On the radio, like it's still half an hour.
But you know, I've seen photographs of Africa, and they're developing the skyscrapers and everything, but they never show you that. They never show you that on TV. I've never seen it on TV ever.
Yeah, it's there. You get me? Like it's not like you get me? Like Africa is not like even Sudan. Like Sudan is just, you get me? They've got the skyscrapers and
Yeah.
that. But it's like London. You know what I mean? London, there's a part that is nice, and there's a part that is not nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Was that phone call?
Yeah, it's just text. Like just someone watching, just hating. But you know, like I'm saying, like I don't know what to say now.
Did you? I only heard the last 20 minutes of your show, but did you talk about your experiences out there?
No. Yeah, let me talk about that.
Yeah. That's what people are looking forward to, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, High Priest someone else back. Just had a chat with Spiritual Dub Doctor. He'll be on set at 10 o'clock. He reminded me about talking about what I experienced in Sudan, and I never really got to talk about that. So Sudan was hot. It was every day 36 degrees. It wasn't raining. The sky was blue. The energy was clean. High Priest someone else was like the pharaoh out there. Yeah, like it was just like he had to take care of everybody. Like everybody. Like not one day in the house in High Priest someone else's house, but there was not someone sleeping over. Like sleeping. Like everybody was taking turns in sleeping in the house. Like my wife's family and that. Like everybody's like, oh, High Priest is here. But it's lit. It's lit. Like High Priest someone else got everything. It's got everything. You know what I mean? Like all the drinks, soda, food, smoke, everything, anything. It was all there. And it was relaxing. It was very relaxing. However, it was very expensive. And High Priest Amun doesn't understand why Sudan is so expensive. Like, it's London prices. It's like £1 is 680 Sudanese pounds out there. So £1 is 680 Sudanese. And it's like, let's say, a packet of cigarette out there used to be like 200 Sudanese pound, which is like 50, about 30, 40p. And now it's about 500 Sudanese pound, which is just under £1 for 10 cigarette. And you know that cigarette, it's a chest whistler. That cigarette it will mash up your chest. You get me? But the inflation is high, and the people out there don't get paid. Like, most of the people, everybody is saying that country is criminal, and for the way they're handling things. And High Priest someone else, like, how comes in other African countries it's not that expensive? Like in Nigeria, certain things are not too bad. Like, you can get a house, like you can rent a house in Nigeria for about £1,000 for the year, and you're patterned for the whole year. But out there in Sudan, it's like £300-400 a month for a little house, and it's like, it just don't make sense. But when they're coming on their revolution thing or their protesting thing, like what we're saying is do or die. They even inspired High Priest for this new revolution project, because their revolution is a serious thing. They have no government, they have dictatorship, they got the army controlling them, and it's like they want freedom, they want their freedom. High Priest someone also went to the fun fair out there. They call it Hadika. We got some photos and footage online if you want to see of what went down. And yeah, it was just like, if High Priest someone else had to choose where he's gonna live, and this is where High Priest someone else at now, where are you gonna live? Like, what are you gonna do? London, UK, you've got work, you've got the radio, you got the music, you got it all here. You got the people, you got Omega, you got the brothers and sisters in UK that have good energy. Or do you go to Sudan, where your wife is, where the hot sun is, where there's kind of opportunity there, etc., etc. And it's a tough decision, because some people need High Priest in London, in UK. When High Priest someone else leaves UK, people are getting upset. Like, when are you coming back? Like, in all angles, whether it be work, radio, the music, revolution, everything, even the court. But Sudan now, it's like we've made new network, met new people. They say Sudan is the heart of Africa. That once Sudan fixes, that means the whole of Africa fixes, because they got all the gold, they got everything. They're in the middle, the center. To get to, you get me, everywhere, you got to go through Sudan, in a sense, like to get to the north, the east, the south, west of Africa, Asia. You get me? It's directly in the center. But the country's unstable. The same in different parts of Africa. Do we invest? And like what we said last time before we went on holiday, you can go to Africa and invest, but look at it, to live remotely, to live with no TV, electricity. Like, you can have it, but don't be dependent on it. Like, when I was in Sudan, like, it was bad. There was no gas for a couple of hours. this is Airbnb. I don't know if anybody's done Airbnb before, where you rent an apartment and everything is supposed to be like, you're supposed to feel like you're at home, but in a different country. I had to pay for the gas. There was even a point where they were saying that I might have to pay for the electricity. The internet wasn't too good, couldn't really do what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, it was difficult because the internet is a big thing for high priests, especially with social media, work. At the time, I had my photos from my photo shoot being sent to me, and each file was like a gig, 2 gig, and there's no internet out there. You're using mobile data, and the mobile data is like 2 gig. And nowadays, 2 gig is not enough for anybody. 2 gig is just enough to check your Facebook, to check your emails, to make a couple of WhatsApp calls. You get me, to surf the internet, go on Google, etc., etc. And plus, it wasn't stable, the connection in the house. It was difficult to receive the internet connection. And Wi-Fi out there is expensive. It's not something that's cheap. You get me? Sometimes we take things for granted, and that's why it's good to go on holiday. It's good to go to Africa and see how it is to live out there. You get me? Because here it's superficial life that we're living. Once the electricity is done here, people are just gonna flip because they're not used to that kind of life. You follow that? Some people are so addicted to their phone, like it's become part of them. So yeah. So that's what we're saying. So what else happened in Sudan? What else happened? Just sitting down, just spending a lot of money, sitting down. You know what I mean? I'm not really too proud of spending all of that money, but as get me helped out. A lot of people, grateful. Gave a lot of people some T-shirts, CDs of Revolution. Yeah, the mixtape is out. You can support High Priest and buy the mixtape, the Revolution mixtape, for a Christmas present for the season. You get me? Call 0753996843. You can also buy a T-shirt or buy clothing to support the movement and the CD, like what we're saying. And yeah, we just were helping out there. So we're just trying to figure it out. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because to work out there is not the one, because you're just going to get extorted. This is the trick that they've always made man think, that if you go to school and work for the system, that you're going to make it. But no one makes it in the system like that. You have to be outside the system or think outside the box. You have to be an entrepreneur if you really want to be successful financially. And I was thinking, if I'm going to do something out there, it will be like opening a salon or a bakery, because out there they eat bread like every day, fresh bread. And you get me, bread is like a necessity. You get me? That's something that everybody needs. And everybody's buying fresh bread. It's not something like they don't buy the chemical bread. You see, that's the difference as well out there. Everything is all fresh. The food is fresh. You know what I mean? Like, everything is just made on the spot. Not everything, but more time on road. That is all fresh. You know what I mean? Like the restaurants and that, they're not the best, because like the food is more time cold. It's not fresh, but like, You know, like the kiosk, like they'll have like a falafel kiosk just there, like they're frying the falafel right there and then, and you just buy it. Or the bread, you know, it's just coming straight from the oven, and the bread is a lot. You know, like for £1, you're getting like maybe like 20 baguettes or 20 loaves, like small loaves. Like it's their bread is a bit different. It's not like how the English bread is, like it's a loaf of bread. Their one is more like pieces of bread or baguettes of bread, but it's nice and fresh and organic. And you know that the food is real. Whereas our food in UK is like all artificial and it's like GMO. Um, then the most popular way of transport out there is either the bus, but their bus is very old. They don't have no new buses. They got them old buses that are polluting everywhere, like Mitsubishi, Nissan, kind of Toyota kind of bus. You get me? Where you see the black smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe. But they like the Ruksha or the tuk tuk, if you know what that is, the little tricycle thing that it's like a 4-stroke tricycle. Or yeah, the tuk tuk or the Ruksha. Some say, like my dad was saying, the Ruksha in UK or in London, like Soho, is the one where they got the little tricycle bike thing, push bike. But their one is automatic, like Piaggio kind of setting. You get me? So that's what I was traveling in out there. And yeah, the people are nice, but also they're just greedy. Like they just want you to look after them all the time. And I get it. You know what I mean? Like they look at you like you're foreign. Even the ants and the flies, la musa or la moose, that's what they'll say, like the mosquito, the big bugs. Like they were eating up high priest. They were like high priest was like some nice food for them. You know what I mean? Like couldn't sit down and chill because they were eating him up. Um, high priest someone else saw the real Nuba people, Nubians, like the ones like Pharaoh and in Pharaoh's time, like or Kush. Like my wife, she's part of that. She Nubian, like the real thing. You get me? Not no pretending to be some sort of pharaoh. Or, you know what I mean? Like from Egypt. No. She's the real thing. She can go back, and her ancestors are the pharaohs. You get me? Like I see it. I saw the people, them, the Nubian people. Like some of them are dark, like black, and some of them are like light. You know what I mean? But they got the hair. It's always about the hair that you can tell if they're Nubian or not. If the hair is not tough, then you know that it's some sort of Arab descendant going on. When they're black and the hair is tough, then you know it's the real Nubian. Cause like the people out there, some of them are black, like black, like just they're glowing. The melanin is glowing. That's how dark they are. Then when you're in the car, you got the pickup truck, you got bare people like women, just everybody in the pickup truck, like in the back where it's open, like where you put all like let's say for construction, you put the equipment. You got people like 20 people in there chilling. You know what I mean? Like having a ride, like that's a form of transport as well. What else? What else was going on? Yeah, that's it really. Like nothing really else. You just got the prayer. The women were all covered up. Like if you don't cover yourself up, you're like a sore thumb. You stick out like a sore thumb. Like you couldn't do that. Women all had to cover up, covered, have hijab on. You get me? You're not seeing no nothing. It's all locked off. Like some of the women even feel uncomfortable if you know what I mean. They expose themselves. But yeah, the people are nice. High Priest Amun will go back again next year. Looking to go soon. But we're just trying to figure it out, like how we're gonna do it. Because to be honest, if no one's ready for what High Priest someone else on here, and that's something revolutionary, then it's like, why is High Priest someone out here? There's nothing like there's a lot of stuff here. Let's not forget, but High Priest someone I was talking to a spiritual doctor, and he was saying that UK is like a sinking ship, and who stays on the sinking ship? No one that has a brain. You get me? The only people that stay on the sinking ship is like the people in Noah's time that wasn't aware of what was coming. And okay, the currency has gone up a little bit, but apparently everybody's in a so-called recession or going through some hard times or austerity. And it's like at the moment, England are the best ones that are going through it. You get me? But it's like it's just difficult for high priests because we came here. This is the boss level. England is the boss level. Once you make it here, you make it anywhere. That's just the reality in this time we're living in. If you can make it in UK, you can make it anywhere. The pound is the strongest, or one of the most strongest currencies right now. You get me? We can talk about Africa, but that the currency is not strong. And the reason why it's not strong is because they killed Gaddafi, because he was going to make it strong and back it with the gold and etc. etc. But yeah, we just have to figure it out. You have to figure out why you're here. You follow that. You have to figure out why you're here and have you fulfilled your purpose here. And so far, I priest someone else believes he hasn't really fulfilled his purpose here. He hasn't accomplished what he needs to accomplish here. He's passed the tests and the trials and the tribulations, but there's still more that he needs to achieve before he can even think about leaving. You follow that for good. Because can we say that we are stable as a community in UK? No, we can't. A lot of stuff is going on in our community. Some community leaders or community heroes are no longer community leaders and community heroes because of the stuff that's going on, that they've kind of given up. And even I pre someone out, even tonight, I feel like I've given up because I come all the way from Sudan onto the radio, and it's quiet. But it is not about that. It's about just doing your job and just doing what you need to do for the Most High. You follow that. Some people that are listening in jail will at least have some sort of guidance tonight of what we said. So we're gonna recap what we said tonight about finding the higher power, and it's all about prayer and acknowledging self and being able to connect inside and remembering who you are and what you are and going through certain trials and tribulations or going through certain experiences, certain problems, because your spirit has the answer to those problems or the solution to those problems. Don't underestimate yourself in this matrix. Your spirit has the capacity to complete the mission that has been set up for you. You follow that. Like what we said before, you are that one sperm out of a billion that succeeded in fertilizing the egg. You follow that. And without that, how would we call it? Without that determination, then you wouldn't have known your true power because you wouldn't be here today, right now, in this moment. You follow that. So you gotta just tap into that kind of energy. That energy that is relentless, is absolute, is incredible, is unlimited. Once you tap into the Holy Spirit in yourself, the Holy Spirit in others will illuminate in the way that you chat to them. Because when you find your inner self or your higher self, that's when you will activate other people's higher self. You follow that. And certain people have to acknowledge the energy that they are witnessing. You follow that. Because like what we said, we've been through it a lot. We've been through it all. Today, last week, and we know our true potential. And sometimes you shouldn't take it for granted. You should be humble with that gift that you have. Because when you now, let's say, abuse it, it can be taken away from you, because nothing lasts forever. So anyway, High Priest someone else hopes you learn what happened tonight. And yeah, just to clarify what's going on, just like what we said, acknowledge who you are. Yeah, acknowledge who you are. Tap into your higher self. Feel the energy within self. And also tap into the Holy Spirit inside of you. And remember that the true essence is in the image of God, or your true essence is the Spirit of God. You follow that. And once you acknowledge that, once you're aware of that, then people will have to treat you differently, and you will have to treat yourself differently. You have to look at yourself in your eyes and look in the pupil and see the reflection of self in your eyes. And that's when you're seeing the real self. When you see self in the mirror, in your pupils, that's the real self. And also, like what we said, just try and keep your integrity and your discipline. So yeah, so anyway, we're gonna leave it there. For the prayer, we don't really have much time, but we acknowledge that the Most High is in our hearts, and that we are thankful for the grace the Most High has given upon our lives, and also we are thankful for the mercy upon our souls and the forgiveness for our sins on this realm that we are living in. And High Priest, someone loves you all, and get ready for spiritual doctor. You're done now. METASCIENCE. Let's go.
Yeah.
Media
It's
Radio
good listening.
104.1